Kenisha, 12 Days of 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 Kenisha.
Breaking news. Kenisha Seth has been cancelled. Where is she now? We don't know.
Hey guys, welcome to day 6 of 12 Days of Kenisha. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 10 holiday/Christmas movies. I love watching holiday movies because there's just like, I don't know, it just makes me feel like, makes me happy. So I'm going to be giving you my top 10, I'm going to be giving you Watch Mojo's top 10 holiday movies, but this time it's Kenisha's top 10 holiday movies.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
So starting with number 10, we're gonna go from 10 to 1. This movie, I just saw it this year, but I really liked it, and I just want to say 10 isn't bad, it's just not my favorite. So 10 is Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. It is really funny. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I didn't even know it was a Christmas movie. I just was like, I saw Ryan Reynolds in it and I was like, okay, king. So I clicked on it on Netflix, and it's really funny and I really liked it. It's not my favorite because I have like classic ones that I've watched since I was little that are my favorite. So this movie I just saw for the first time this year, but it was really funny and I really thought it was a great, it's just a nice like Christmas comedy to watch with your family. Number 9 is The Princess Switch. Don't hate on it. Vanessa Hudgens is the queen.
No problem.
The reason I'm putting this as number 9 is because I watched the first Princess Switch and I watched the second one with like the third twin girl. I didn't really like that one. Like, it was funny and it was nice, but I really like the first one, and I watch it every year. Like, I watched it this year again because it's just like funny. I think it's a good movie, and I just like the first one. I didn't rewatch the second one or the third one. I never watched the third one, but I just like the first Princess Switch, where like it's just a baking competition, and I think that one's just really a fun, like, it's like a fun quick movie to watch, and I really enjoy it. Vanessa Hudgens is a queen, period. She plays Twister with the prince. He plays Twister for the first time. It's really fun. Number 8 is The Polar Express. I'm kind of neutral on The Polar Express. I don't hate it, but I wouldn't put it as number 1 because it's not like my favorite. Like, I watch it every year. Yes, I was watching it right before I started filming this, and that's kind of how I had the idea to do this video. But I was watching it just now, and I like it. It kind of is like about the Christmas spirit and just about kids believing in Christmas, and I think that's very important, and I kind of miss that for myself personally, because it was just like very like, you don't know anything when you're a kid, you know, like Santa's real. And so yeah, it just kind of reminds me of when I was little, and Christmas was so exciting, and it still is. I love the holiday season, but it was just like, Santa's coming, and you know, we would do cookies, and we would have milk and cookies and carrots out. And when I was little, in my old house, we didn't have a fireplace, but we would put them on the table by the Christmas tree. And then in this house that we live in now, we have a fireplace. So when we were younger, we put it by the fireplace, and it was like so iconic because it was like the stereotypical like by the fireplace with the cookies and the milk and the carrots. And so I don't know, it kind of just reminds me of when I was little and we used to do, you know, like the full thing. And obviously we don't do that now, but I don't know, it just reminds me of when I was little, and I love that feeling. The next one is, I'm looking over here because I have my list here so I don't forget, but you guys are gonna make fun of me for this, but it is, again, it reminds me of when I was little, and I do miss being little. So this is kind of embarrassing, but I watch the movies every year because it's very nostalgic for me. But it's the Elmo Christmas movies. We still have the DVDs, so I play them, and my favorite one is the one with Big Bird when he's ice skating, and like the Feliz Navidad song. That's why that was the first time when I was little that I ever heard of Feliz Navidad, and so every time I hear Feliz Navidad, it takes me back to that. And on my advent calendar that I'm doing, it says Feliz Navidad, and so every time I see it or I hear the song, I always think about Big Bird ice skating to that song, because that was the first time I ever heard that song, was when I watched the Elmo movies when I was little.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
I think in that Christmas movie too, of that DVD, they have Bert and Ernie exchanging Christmas presents, and he gives him like a paperclip. I don't know who gets the paperclip thing, but there's one thing where he gets a paperclip, and then the other one gets like soap, and it's the cutest thing ever. And then there's another Elmo Christmas movie where they go through the origin of Christmas, and they do like the Jesus kind of stuff, and like tell the story of Christmas, and then they tell the story of Hanukkah, and they tell the story of Kwanzaa, and they have like real families in the episode or in the movie talking about what they do, and I think that's so great. And we have like, I think there's 3 different DVDs that we have for Elmo's Christmas, and I watch all of them every year without fail, because I don't know, there's something just, my mom makes fun of me so much about it, but it just makes me so happy. I don't know why. But my favorite Elmo Christmas movie would definitely be the one with Big Bird ice skating to Feliz Navidad. And in that same movie, there's also the Bert and Ernie gift exchange, and I think it's super cute. Coming in at number 6 is Christmas with the Cranks. This movie is so funny. I saw it for the first time with my mom a couple years ago. And it was on Netflix. And I don't know if it's still on Netflix. Actually, let me check. I think it is still on Netflix, but this movie is so funny. Like, it is hilarious. Oh, it's not on Netflix anymore. That's so sad. Anyways, it is so funny. My favorite scene is the tanning salon. I'll put it in this video. It is so funny. And then also like the decorations, because they're supposed to be going on vacation, but then so they don't put any decorations up, and it's just stuff, and their neighbors like crazy. It's like it's really funny. If you haven't seen it, you have to check it out.
Dear God, this should be outlawed.
But it's really funny. It's like a really good movie, and I watch it every year. I watch all these movies pretty much every year, except for Just Friends, because I just saw that for the first time this year, but I'm sure I'll watch it next year.
Hello, I need a Band-Aid.
Nora Crank?
Father Zabriskie.
A very important thing to know about me is I will rewatch movies a million times if they're my favorite, because I don't know, it's just, I will rewatch them always. Coming in at number 5 is a very classic movie, the Santa Paws series. So cute. I love dogs. Snowy loves these movies. I don't think he's never seen them, but I love them because the puppies are so cute. I just love Santa Paws because I love dogs, and they are so freaking cute in this movie. Let me pull up the cover picture, because if you haven't, everyone has seen this movie. I'll bet my life on that everyone has seen a Santa Paws, either 1 or 2 or whatever. You've seen Santa Paws, because I mean, come on. They play this movie in school, like in elementary school, during like the holiday time, Christmas time. Alright, coming in at number 4 is Elle with Will Ferrell. Such a good movie. Again, classic. I just watched it today. It is very good. And again, I'll bet my life that everybody has seen the Elf movie, because if you haven't, you have to be living under a rock.
Does someone need a hug? I just wanted a hug!
You've either seen it in school, you've either seen it in your house, you've seen it at a friend's house, you have to have seen it somewhere, because there's no way you can't have seen Elf. I mean, it is so classic. the spaghetti with syrup is classic. I mean, the paper decorations is classic. The syrup, thinking that alcohol with syrup is classic. Everything. I mean, it's just so funny and such a good movie. Zoe Deschanel is also from New Girl, is also in this movie, and a lot of people like forget that she's in that movie. But when he walks into her singing in the shower, very, very funny. Okay, coming in at number 3, again, very classic, the Santa Claus movies, Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3, with Mr. Dark Frost. Very classic movies. In the first one, they also have I think they have the Tooth Fairy in the first one too. Swear to God, I thought the Tooth Fairy was in this. It's very funny. Watch it every year. I watch all 3 every year because, like, hello, it's the Santa Claus. Actually, I think the Tooth Fairy's in the Santa Claus 2. Yes, that's where the Tooth Fairy is there in the second movie. I was like, I know the Tooth Fairy's in one of them. It's the second movie. So, my number 2 is The Grinch so The Grinch, the new Grinch, and the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, like the first Grinch movie plus the newer Grinch movie. Both are very good. I love them. Again, if you haven't seen The Grinch or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, you have to be living under a rock because they played in school. You'll have to be watching it at home, or you've seen it at a friend's house, or you've seen it somewhere. So The Grinch is a favorite because it's just very funny. Max.
4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I bump the loathing to 9, I could still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear?
It is very funny, and it's kind of like it's a classic because Dr. Seuss, obviously, and then it's also classic because it's like a very good fable. Like, it has a very good like moral teaching at overall. I mean, I love it because I love the character, and I desperately want to go see the Universal Grinch. I think the Universal Grinch is so funny. You know what I'm talking about? There's a Grinch at Universal, like, theme park in Florida, or yeah, I think it's in Florida, and on the Dr. Seuss ride, that's where they have the Grinch there, because the Grinch is a Dr. Seuss character. Anyways, you can go up to the Grinch to take a picture with him, and whoever is doing that, obviously it's not actually the Grinch, but the person who is doing the Grinch is so funny and so perfect, and they do the Grinch perfectly, like to a T. And number 1, if you know me, if you've met me, you know that the Home Alones are all-time favorites. I watch them without fail that's the first Christmas movie I watch every year. Before I do any of the others on this list, it is Home Alone's. Always. That's like the first thing I watch. You have to have seen this. Like, if you haven't, I know everyone watching this has, because if you haven't, you're crazy. Actually, one of my friends, she's 18. She has not seen a single Home Alone movie. Like, there's just no excuse. Like, you have to see these movies. I love them so much, and it's just been something I've watched since I was little every single year. Even if I don't watch all of these movies on this list every single year, Home Alone 1, 2, I've watched every single year without fail, and I can tell you that without a doubt in my mind. Home Alone 3, I do watch every single year too, but it's not my favorite because it's funny, it is, but it's just not Macaulay Culkin's Home Alone, so it's just different. And we have the DVDs of those too, so I watch them on DVD because, I mean, it just is so nostalgic. Like, especially DVD movies, like, you don't like really watch DVD movies that much anymore because you have like Netflix, Disney, but you have all these streaming services, so DVDs are kind of like why would you use them anymore? But when I'm watching like the Elmo movies are on DVD and Home Alone is on DVD, so I watch them on DVD. But yeah. All right, so that is Kenisha Satt's top 10 holiday / Christmas movies, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next. Oh my god, we're halfway through. Today's day 6. We are halfway through 12 Days of Kenisha. How crazy is that? It's almost over. Comment down below, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.